are here with the singer of In Flames in Barba, and our first question is, how do you like Budapest and this club so far? And are you excited about the signing?
I'm very excited to be here. It's been good when we've been here before. I haven't seen that much today. We've been out walking a little bit and there's nothing to see. It's just a bunch of apartments, but the audience is always great. So I'm looking forward to tonight with the show. Signing, it's not really. It's okay. It's nice to meet the fans.
Yeah, we are glad to hear that. And the previous album was already a big change with more clean vocals, and this new record is following the same path. And how would you describe the new album?
I don't want to. I want people to listen, make up their own minds. You know, I create the music, then it's up for anyone to decide what it means for them. But I mean, I don't think we have changed from one album to this. This is completely different from everything else. It's like we've done that since we started out. Every single album is different from the other because we don't want to do the same thing again. There's no real point, you know. I really believe all the albums have equally importance for our development, and I'm very proud of all of them, you know. But I want to challenge the listener a little bit as well. I don't want everyone or our audience to know exactly what they're gonna get, you know. I want to take them by surprise.
And since Jasper left the band, it's the second studio album, and what changed since you in the band, and what are your plans for the future?
Well, I haven't changed that much. I mean, Niklas came in, but we know him from way earlier. You know, he's been in and out of the band helping us out when Jasper couldn't be here. So songwriting, nothing really changed because before we were like 3 people, Jasper, Björn, and me, and now it's Björn and me. We know we've been part of In Flames since, you know, we've been making 10 albums with this album for the band. It's only 1 album before we joined, so it's not a major change when it comes to songwriting. Outside, it's a big change because Jasper didn't, you know, he didn't want to. He didn't. How can I say? I don't think he was that happy in the end, you know. So now, hopefully, he's in a better place.
Yeah. And lots of people say the bands from Sweden are the best in the metal industry. And
right,
what do you think about this? We think the same, pretty much.
No, I mean, there are tons of great music out there, but I think not just Swedish but European bands have very unique style. They are not so trend sensitive as maybe the American bands or people that just look into what's going on right now, the mainstream. So
yeah. And you released the DVD in 2005. Do you plan to make a new DVD in the future?
Yeah, we will, but I don't know exactly when. But we are recording. We have cameras with us filming us, not all the time, but a lot. And we're gonna tape some shows on this tour and then the coming months. So we'll see whatever happens when it's out. I can't promise any time.
And what was your biggest influence when you guys wrote the last album? And is there any band who inspired you?
I don't think we were influenced by any particular band when we wrote the previous or this album or any of the albums. I think when you start out, you're more impressed with what's going on, and it's you know, as a new band you want to become as your idols or as your heroes. But right now we are, you know, we know exactly what we want ourselves, and we don't really care what's going on in the outside world. But there are a lot of musicians that I look up to as people, as songwriters, but I don't think they have anything to do with the direction my music takes. But there's a few people out there.
And you had the side project, The Passenger, and is there any news?
No.
News? No, that's like totally finished, or like
you should never say never. But right now, no. I feel it was a fun time then to do something else, and it wasn't really meant to end up on an album. We just brought a lot of beers into the studio and started jamming, and all of a sudden we got a couple of songs down, and the record company then said, okay, we want to release it, can you do some more? And we went, okay, whatever. And then we did it. We started to write another album, me and Niklas, but it just didn't feel right. I mean, I don't think if something feels forced, you should never put it out. You know, you should feel it in your heart and in your soul. And right now, In Flames is the priority.
And back then you participated in some songs with Caliban or Pendulum, and how was the work with them? And will you make a song with any other artist if they ask you? Or?
I don't do it that much. I'm very, how can I say, I pick and choose carefully what I want to do. But Pendulum, they just wanted us, they asked us, and I mean, it's their song, and we just came into the studio, me and Björn, and started jamming some riffs around and some lyrics, and all of a sudden they were happy, and it was like, okay, whatever. Then they mixed it, and whatever came out, it's the way they wanted it to be. And Caliban I was working with because I produced the album, so then I jumped into the music. But yeah, I don't have any plans to work with anyone else, but if it's the right, right interest and right moment, maybe. Yeah. I love to do stuff that is not exactly what I'm doing right now. I could go in a complete different direction just for the fun of it.
Yeah, and you are not just a singer, but a producer as well. And can you tell me a little bit more about this?
Just my interest in music and music scene. I just want to be part of it. I'm nerdy when it comes to studio gear and stuff, fiddling around with that stuff. But right now I don't produce as much as I would like to, or I don't produce anything at all, to be honest. But I have I run a record label called Rusty Notes, and I sign other bands, but I'm not with them in the studio dealing with their music. I'm there as their A&R, saying yes or no.
Yeah, and it's been a long time since you have been singing in Flames, and what was the biggest moment of your career, and do you have any more goals to achieve?
Biggest moment? Still being alive. Still
yeah, proud of you.
Still, I mean, I don't have any like real goals. I don't have a certain venue, or I need to sell this amount of albums or whatever. It's just like, just happy to be able to continue, that people actually care what we're doing, and that there are some fans in the audience that want to hear our music. You know, I'm super honored that they are there. But just trying to live life and have a good time. Play some heavy metal in between.
Yeah, and your vocal changed quite a lot, especially in the last two albums. And was that on purpose, or for a reason, or just came out this way?
I think, I mean, everything is for a purpose. It's not like I have someone forcing me to say, you have to do this. You know, everything that's on whatever album, if I'm not happy, I don't put it out there. But I mean, my voice is my instrument, and the other guys want to become better at their instrument. I want to become better at my instrument. I want to be able to use it in many different ways. I want to paint different type of paintings. I don't want to do same colors, same painting again and again and again. And when I hear the music that we write, they talk to me in a certain way, and then this style came out, and it's with this album I couldn't do anything. It is right there because it has a meaning, it has a purpose, and so that's the way it is right now. And I don't think I've changed drastically either. I've been using more and more melody from album to album, and this one is it's more clean than it ever been, but it's still my voice. I think it's still recognizable. No one will say, oh, that sounds like blah 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 blah, whatever. It's okay, I hear it's Anders, you know. And I don't aim to become the best singer in the whole world, but I feel I have a unique style that is mine, you know, that I control, and I do it, you know, perfect way for me, you know. But it's if I would to go to American Idol, whatever, I would be like voted out. No. If I would, they would say, "Fuck no, we can't. You're out." You know, immediately, because they only want people that are perfect, that are great. You know, but to me, perfect and great is fucking boring. You know, you need something personal, something that speaks to you, and I think that's what I'm trying to achieve.
So these were our questions. So
See?
Thank you for your time.
Thank you.
And we have some little presents for you.
Alright.
Last but not least, we would like to give you a present for this interview and for this concert.
Alright.
Have you ever drank palinka? I'm sure you did, but...
Balinka.
Palinka.
It's our traditional drink.
Traditional
It's like a
drink.
pretty strong, but made from fruits.
Okay, is it like wine or even it's like
It's a shot. It's like really strong. That's
cool.
like
Excellent.
I don't know what's the percentage of the.
So what is it made of? From what fruit?
It depends. We made from every fruit.
Oh,
This
you can
one
do
is
whatever.
like from.
Yeah.
I think it's from pear.
Ah,
From pear.
cool.
Yeah, and they heard
Appreciate
your.
it.